Hey everybody, CVA here bringing you another video, and today we are going to talk about Murderabilia. For those of you who do not know what Murderabilia is, it is any collectible directly linked to murders, or other violent crimes. Before we jump into Columbine related memorabilia, I just want to hit on a few notes real quick, guys. Murderabilia has been collected and maintained and stored, historically speaking, for thousands of years. So this is nothing out of the ordinary when we talk about Columbine murderabilia. Now, am I saying it's a cool thing that we should all do it? No, of course. I mean, that's weird. First off, second, it is mainly to preserve history. Quick story, about 10 years ago, I visited Salzburg, Austria, Mozart's hometown, and there's a beautiful castle at the top of this massive mountain in Salzburg. And at the very top floor of this castle, the whole floor is dedicated to Adolf Hitler. In glass shelves, they had his baby clothes, his toys he played with when he was a child, his school books. They had all these personal belongings to him. And I felt like when I saw it that it was not a monument to him. It was not a shrine dedicated to him. They weren't worshiping him or anything like that. It was just, maintaining history. And I wanted to see it. I mean, a lot of people were in there. I wasn't the only dude in there. It was like a mini museum to Adolf Hitler. So why I told you that story, I just want you guys to understand that memorabilia, related to crimes, aka murderabilia, it's not a weird thing. It happens all the time. So now, with all this being said, hopefully you guys have an understanding of it. Let's jump into Columbine related murderabilia. So starting at the bottom of my list is media publication. For instance, Time Magazine or newspapers or anything pertaining to that area. I really don't consider it murderabilia, but I think it's an honorable mention. I mean, the most legit you could get would be like one that was published the week after the shooting or week after the crime. But they mass produce these, so it's nothing even rare. I mean, you can go on eBay right now and buy these for like $20, and they'll be dated like, April 22nd or something. Next on my list would be the 1999 Columbine High School yearbook. Now, this is legit. I think this is like a hardcore murderabilia, including, I mean, it's almost impossible, but if you had Eric or Dylan's or any of the victims, that is serious murderabilia right there. I mean, but you got to imagine there's still thousands of those out there too. You have the freshmen, sophomore, junior, and seniors, and then even the staff get them. So it's safe to say there's at least over 1,500 of these out there right now. And actually, this was a big eBay controversy for a while, and eBay removed it, I believe. But it was being sold for average between $500 and $3,000. You could buy one of these yearbooks, and I think if you dug hard enough, you could find someone selling one right now. Knowing that it's an original one and somebody didn't copy it or something like that, that's gonna be difficult. But it's still out there, still being sold. Number one on my list would be Eric and Dylan's cars. Now, hopefully I didn't let you guys down, but this is the truth. I mean, these cars are, my personal opinion, they're still out there. You can research them. If you have a police buddy, maybe ask him to run the VIN. Hey, send me that information. I'll do a big old shout out to you if you could do that. But, you could do the Carfax report, but you have to actually spend money. But there's free car reports out there, and I've done a lot of them, and I come up with the same thing, and that's no information across the board for them. And when it comes to no information, that also considers them being destroyed. There is no information about these cars being destroyed. So either they're still in circulation, someone's driving around, they have no idea that it's one of their cars. Number two, a collector has it and they're just hiding it. Or number three, it's sitting in some like depot just rotting away. I'm a firm believer they're not destroyed. If they are, I'd like information on it, and then we'll case closed. But that is my number one. And I think for a good reason it's number one. I mean, you think about it, it's their personal car. They drove it every day to and from school. They're in a lot of their personal videos with the car. And also, it was part of their scheme to kill people. And, there were bombs in that car. Their plan was to blow that up, be like the secondary explosion, when the police are, in the parking lot shooting back, and all of a sudden cars start exploding in the parking lot. So, I mean, that is a huge chunk of their plan was their cars. So with rightly due, that is number one on my list for murderabilia. So I do have one more, and it's very, very touchy. And if you don't want to know what it is, go ahead and stop the video here. And thank you very much for watching. But for everyone else, I'm going to reveal this last one. And yes, it is for sale, and it's up on the market right now, today, 2016. This is the pamphlet memorial service for all the victims. They had a massive memorial in Colorado. Many public speakers, famous people like the governor and stuff like that came and spoke. And they, when you attend it, they passed out flyers and like a schedule of events. And this is actually being sold. I think it's very morbid. It's a little too low even for my taste. So here's a few pictures of it, and this is my final one that I have for Columbine Murderabilia. So guys, what have I missed? Is there anything out there that is just you're waiting for me to say, but I never say it? If there is, hey, put it down in the comments. Give me a link to it, or if you don't want other people to see it, send me a private message. I'm pretty sure I'm one of the most active guys you'll know on Facebook with a channel. I try to comment to everybody, unless you're just nuts, then I avoid you. But you know, yeah, leave me a comment if you think there's something out there I missed that's really obvious. Try to have it with some type of legitimacy, because there's a lot of people out there that'll just take a piece of paper, scribble down some KMFDM lyrics, put it in a binder and be like, hey, this is Eric Harris's. But yeah, okay, well, you know what, that's cool and all, but I highly, highly, highly doubt it. So that will be our discussion topic of the week, is Columbine Murderabilia. Thanks everybody for watching. Hopefully you give me a thumbs up, and holy crap, our subscriptions have jumped. Since the last two videos I've made, we've jumped about 600 some subscribers. So let's keep spreading the knowledge, keep spreading the information, and take care.